everybody, welcome back to another video. And today we're reading The Puppy Plays Snowball. We are reading chapter 7 today, as you probably would have seen on my title. And just in case you want to see her again, here is Penny. Penny's over there, our beautiful cat. Please put down in the comment section if you like her. Give us a like. Give us a big thumb. Give our channel a big thumbs up if you like this video, and make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. So let's get right into it. Let's dive into the pages between the book. Pull out my bookmark. This is my homemade bookmark. Chapter 7. Dear Santa, how are you? You must be really busy right now with Christmas coming so soon. My name is Charles Peterson, and I guess you already know that I've done my best to be very good this year. I haven't been perfect, I know, but sometimes I joke around too much in class for one thing, but I'm really trying. One thing I've been really good at is taking care of dogs. Even Mum said I did a great job when we fostered Goldie, and I've been taking good care of Snowball too. To me, this proves I am ready to have a dog of my own. Charles knew that it was really up to his parents whether or not he got to keep Snowball, but he figured it couldn't hurt to put in a word with Santa as well. He had one last letter to write before Christmas vacation started. Why not make it a letter to Santa? Charles had not quite finished his letter when the last bell rang, so he carefully put it into his writing folder. Then he jumped up and grabbed his jacket and backpack. Hooray! It was time to go home and see Snowball. Hooray! The puppy was happy when he saw Charles come home. This had been the most boring day ever. But he liked this boy. Now that the boy was home, he would get to play. Mum was really busy. She came downstairs to say hello to Charles, but then she had to get right back into work in her upstairs office. Remember, she told Charles, I'm working on an article. Dad and Lizzie and the Bean are off doing some Christmas shopping, so you're in charge of Snowball this afternoon. Snowball looked up when he heard his name and cocked his head to one side. Charles bent down to give him a hug. He looked so cute when he did that. I know, Charles said. That means you have to make sure he gets some exercise, she said. Maybe you could play in the backyard. He needs to burn off some of that energy. Charles nodded. Okay, he said. And keep an eye on him all the time, Mum reminded him. And I know he doesn't mean to get into trouble, but it seems as if every time I turned my back this week he was into something. He chewed on one of the Bean's favourite dolls. He dragged a pillow off the couch and all over the house. And he pulled half a roll of toilet paper into the kitchen. Charles hid his face in Snowball's fur so Mum couldn't see his smile. He thought Snowball was pretty creative when it came to misbehaving. You know, I'm afraid that if we don't find a home for Snowball soon, we may have to give him to the animal shelter. It might be easier to let them find him a home. He's a bit more than a family with 3 young children can handle. He really needs a home where he will have constant attention. Charles stopped smiling. That sounded serious. Snowball squirmed out of Charles's arms and then turned and gave him a quick lick on the nose before he charged off towards the living room. Better stick with him, Mum sighed. In fact, go check that the door to the den is closed. I brought all the Christmas decorations and wrapping paper down from the attic and it's all in there. I don't want him getting into it. Don't worry, Mum, Charles said as he headed off after Snowball. I won't let him out of my sight. That afternoon, Charles and Sammy played with Snowball, Goldie and Rufus for a long time in the backyard. More snow had fallen, so the dogs did not get muddy this time. In fact, there was enough snow to make snowballs and throw them for the dogs to fetch. All 3 dogs loved that game, but sometimes got confused when the ball they were chasing seemed to disappear into a pile of snow. When a snowball flew into a snowbank, Snowball would chase after it and then burrow deeper and deeper into the snow trying to find it. The snow would fly between his little paws and his whole head would disappear into the hole he dug. When Sammy and his dogs went home, Charles and Snowball went inside to dry off and have another snack. Then Charles sat down at the kitchen table to make his Christmas list while Snowball curled up in a ball on the rag rug near the back door. Dad, Mum, Lizzie, Bean, Snowball, Goldie, Rufus, Sammy, and Grandma. That was a lot of people. Charles knew what he wanted to get his dad. A keychain shaped like a fish, since his dad liked fishing. And he had some pretty good ideas about dog toys. But what about everything else? Presents were expensive. Charles wondered how much money he had saved up. He glanced over at Snowball. The puppy was fast asleep. One of his legs was twitching a little, and Charles wondered if he was dreaming about running over to Goldie. What is it?
I'm just checking if something's in here.
Charles didn't want to wake Snowball up, so he tiptoed out of the room and ran upstairs to get his red socks bag. He wanted to empty it out and count his money. It turned out there were a lot. He'd forgotten about the $10 bill Grandma had given him for his birthday. That plus a whole bunch of quarters and other change turned out to be equal to almost $23. Ouch, Kalani. Charles sat on his bed looking at the piles of change. Maybe he could afford 2 dog toys for Snowball. Snowball! Suddenly Charles realised he'd left the puppy alone. He shoved all the money back into his bank and ran downstairs, hoping he would still find Snowball curled up on the rug. No such luck. Hopefully you enjoyed that chapter 7, and hopefully tune in next time for chapter 8 of Puppy Plays Snowball.